Welcome back to the deep dive. You guys, today we're doing something a little bit different.
Oh,
Yeah. We're actually diving into something that you already decided is fascinating,
okay.
which is kind of a challenge in a way.
All right.
But we're looking at the Agatha All Along tarot deck and guidebook set.
Ooh, fun.
And it's not even out until July 2025.
Wow.
And you've already pre-ordered it, so clearly there's something here.
Definitely.
And this deep dive is going to be a little different because our main source is, well, it's a product description.
That's interesting, yeah.
But there's a lot to unpack here,
Definitely.
even before you even have the deck in hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think this really speaks to the staying power of Agatha All Along.
It does.
And how much people love that show.
Yes.
And also just this, surging popularity of tarot, particularly with younger people.
I think you're right. It's like Hugh G.E. hitting #1 bestseller in pop culture art on Amazon.
I saw that.
Come on.
That's not your average deck of cards.
No. That's not your average deck of cards.
No.
All right, so let's look at what we know.
Okay.
It's a 78-card deck,
Classic.
just like a classic tarot deck.
Hmm.
But the artwork
Oh, yeah.
is pulled straight from the show.
Okay.
So, I mean, imagine
I'm trying to.
like those iconic scenes.
Yes.
Agatha's outfits.
Oh, the outfits.
Maybe even that bunny.
Senior Scratchy.
Senior Scratchy, right?
Yes.
Immortalized in tarot form.
That's so smart.
Oh, my God.
It's brilliant marketing to fans.
Yes.
But it's also smart to design it after, the classic Rider-Waite deck.
Right.
Which, for those of you who don't know, that's kind of like the one that has the imagery that most people think of when they think of tarot.
Exactly.
Like the Fool, the Tower,
That's great for someone like me.
Yeah.
I'm like super intrigued by tarot,
Mm.
but I'm a total beginner.
Sure.
But, experienced tarot readers, they use that deck too, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The Rider-Waite is such a good foundation because the imagery is so rich and well established.
Right.
And so by modeling this deck after it, the creators are ensuring that it's, accessible to a wider audience.
Okay.
But it also raises an interesting question, right?
Okay.
Like, how are they going to adapt that classic imagery to fit the world of Agatha all along?
Ooh, like the Tower card.
Yeah, the Tower card.
Traditionally, it's about like sudden upheaval.
Yeah.
Could they depict like the crumbling facade of Agatha's house in Westview
Oh my God.
as the tower?
That would be amazing.
It'd be so cool.
Yes.
I mean, the visual connection would be so powerful for fans.
It would be so powerful.
But there's more to
Oh,
this set
hell.
than just the cards.
Oh, right.
There's a 128-page guidebook.
Okay.
And it's not just about the meanings of each card.
There's more.
There's spreads, too.
Oh, fun.
Now,
Yeah.
for our listeners who aren't as familiar with tarot, a spread is basically a way to lay out several cards
Okay.
to get deeper insights into, like, I don't know, your life or whatever you're looking at.
Okay.
And they can have different themes like relationships, career, or even something more specific to the show like, I don't know,
Ooh, like what?
am I the Scarlet Witch?
Okay, maybe not that specific.
Okay, maybe not that specific.
But you get the idea.
Yes.
Like, the spreads are where you can really see how the creators have woven the show's themes into the structure of the tarot.
Ooh.
Imagine like a spread that is designed to explore the complexities of magic,
Yes.
or one that's focused on uncovering hidden motives,
Oh, that's good.
just like Agatha herself.
I'm already like thinking about the possibilities.
Me too.
And speaking of the minds behind this,
Yes.
the creators
Okay.
are a pretty interesting pair.
Tell me more.
We've got Andrea Hanna.
Okay.
She's a novelist and horoscope writer.
Wow, that's interesting.
So clearly someone who knows how to craft a narrative and connect with the mystical side of things.
Yes.
And she's teamed up with Brittany Horn,
Okay.
who is an artist who's worked on multiple Marvel projects, including Agatha All Along itself.
Oh, wow. So she's got like the insider knowledge.
Insider knowledge.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like they're not just slapping some images on cards.
No, it seems like they've really thought this through.
This feels like a very carefully thought out project.
It does. It does.
It's like they're tapping into both tarot expertise
Yeah.
and that deep understanding of the Marvel universe.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about this pre-order now.
I think you should.
And just think,
Yeah.
you're not just getting a deck of cards.
Okay.
You're getting a piece of the show's universe.
Right.
This is something that you can like hold and interact with.
Yes.
It's like almost like a tangible portal to Westview.
Totally. I love that.
I'm obsessed. Okay.
I am too.
And speaking of Westview, let's talk about how you, our listener, might use this deck.
Okay.
We've got a lot to explore.
I
So stick with us.
I'm ready.
as we go even deeper
Let's do it.
into the Agatha All Along tarot deck and guidebook.
I'm so excited. So, thinking about Westview
Yeah.
and the magic that we saw there,
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's another layer to this deck that we should talk about.
Okay.
And it might sound a little, I don't know,
Right.
out there, but bear with me.
Okay.
How might this deck work on a magical level?
Ooh. Okay. Tarot and magic. Go on.
Well, a lot of people see the tarot as a way to connect with your intuition or like energies in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
What if, by using images and symbols from Agatha all along, this deck acts as a bridge to like the specific energies within that show's world?
Whoa. So
Yeah.
instead of just getting like general advice from the cards,
Right.
it's like you're getting messages specifically through the lens of Agatha
Yes.
and Wanda and
Yeah.
Westview.
Exactly.
They're like,
Imagine you're doing a reading
okay.
and you pull the Empress card, but instead of the traditional image, you see Dottie, all glamorous, seemingly in charge, just like she was in Westview.
Okay.
It's the same basic meaning, abundance, power,
Yeah.
but with this like layer that's going to really resonate with fans of the show.
That's so cool.
Right.
It's like the deck is speaking a language
Totally.
that fans understand on a whole other level.
Yeah.
Wow.
And what about those character archetypes we were talking about before?
Oh, yeah.
Agatha, for example. She's
Yeah.
got that classic crone energy.
Uh-huh.
Wise, powerful, but also with that mischievous streak.
Totally.
Think about the cards that might represent her,
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
the High Priestess, maybe even the Devil, depending on how dark you want to go.
Okay. And Wanda,
Oh, Wanda.
she's got to be the magician.
What
right?
a magician, yeah.
All that raw power,
Yeah.
ability to reshape reality itself. Come on.
It's a perfect fit.
Perfect fit.
And Vision, right, with his quest for knowledge,
Okay.
could be represented by the Hermit.
Makes sense.
And, even supporting characters,
Yeah.
like Dottie,
Yeah. Like Dottie.
as we said, could be linked to the Empress.
Yep.
You start to see, like, the whole cast through a new lens.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
You know what I find really fascinating about this
Oh.
is like the potential for this deck to bring the fandom together.
Oh, interesting.
Imagine all these online discussions about card meanings,
Mhm.
but specifically tied to the show.
Oh, like,
People debating
yeah.
what it means to pull the Lover's card when it's Agatha and Sparky.
Oh, my God.
Or like, if the World card represents Wanda finally accepting her true self as the Scarlet Witch.
I love that.
I mean,
come on. It's like a whole new level of fan engagement.
Yes.
Instead of just, like, theorizing about plot points.
Right.
You're diving into symbolism and deeper meaning together.
I'm so here for that.
Right. It creates this, like, shared language
Yeah.
for discussing the show's themes,
Uh-huh.
all thanks to tarot.
Oh my God. And I'm really curious about the spreads that might be included in the guidebook.
Ooh,
Do you think they'll be super specific?
They're like,
The Westview anomaly spread or more traditional?
I'd imagine it's a mix. You'll probably have some, like, classic spreads that apply to, any situation,
Mm-hmm.
but also some that are, like, really tailored to the show's big ideas.
Yeah.
Maybe a spread for understanding your own magical potential
Yeah.
or navigating deception, just like the characters have to do.
Ooh. Or one for dealing with nosy neighbors.
Yes, because let's be real,
Everyone in Westview had to deal with it.
everyone in Westview had to deal with that exactly.
Oh my God. It's about taking those like familiar tarot constructs
Yeah.
and giving them a Westview twist.
Totally.
But remember,
Yeah.
the magic of tarot is that it's open to interpretation.
Yes, absolutely.
So the guidebook provides a framework,
Hmm.
but it's up to you to connect with the cards
Right.
and find your own like personal meaning. So in a way, this deck is inviting us to become our own version of Agatha,
I love that.
using the cards to like explore the hidden depths of the show
Yes.
and ourselves.
That's a great way to put it.
Oh my God.
It's about going beyond just like watching the show
Yeah.
and becoming an active participant
Yes.
in its mysteries.
This deep dive has been wild.
Yes.
Who knew a pre-order could spark so much conversation?
I know, right?
We went from like analyzing product descriptions to magical theories
I don't know.
and fandom discussions.
Did it all?
We covered a lot of ground,
We did.
and we've only just begun to scratch the surface.
I know, but before we wrap things up, I have one final thought for you.
Ooh, okay. All right, so before we get too lost in like all the like magical possibilities,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to like what we actually know about this deck.
Okay.
It's based on the Rider-Waite,
Yes.
features artwork from the show,
Uh-huh.
and comes with a guidebook full of spreads.
And we can't forget the creators.
Oh, yeah, right.
Andrea Hanna, novelist, horoscope writer, bringing that storytelling and mystical element.
Yes.
And Brittany Horn,
Yes.
a Marvel artist who's worked on Agatha All Along, so she knows the visual language inside and out.
Powerhouse duo.
Totally.
But what I'm really excited about
Yeah.
is how this deck might be used.
Ooh, okay.
For you, the listener,
Yes.
it's not just a collector's item for fans.
Right.
It's a tool.
Right.
We've talked about the fandom aspect, like
Yes.
how people might use it to discuss the show and its themes.
Yeah.
But there's also, like, that personal side.
Totally.
You could use this deck for self-reflection,
Yes.
just like any other tarot deck.
Absolutely.
But the imagery would be so resonant for anyone who loves Agatha all along.
It would.
Imagine, right? You're trying to figure out a tricky situation,
Okay.
and you pull the devil card.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not just some generic devil.
Christ.
It's Agatha.
Yes.
With that, like, knowing smirk.
I'm reminding you that maybe you're giving your power away to something or someone.
Ooh.
It would make you think.
It would. It would.
And that's the power of this deck, right?
That's
It's
right.
taking those, like, universal tarot concepts and filtering them through a world that you already connect with.
Right, like you have that emotional connection to the imagery
Yes.
that can help you understand those concepts on, like, a much deeper level.
Like personalized magic, almost.
Yeah, I love that.
And speaking of magic,
Yes.
this deep dive has really opened my eyes to the potential of this deck.
Yeah.
But now,
Uh-oh.
I want to hear from you, the listener.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
We've talked about how the creators might interpret the characters and the themes through the cards.
Right.
But what if you were designing a card specifically for Agatha Harkness?
Oh, that's a great question.
What would it be?
What imagery would you use to capture her essence?
Exactly.
Would it be something whimsical,
Yeah.
reflecting, her playful deception?
Uh-huh. Or something darker, hinting at, like, her thirst for power.
Yeah. And what would the card's meaning be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Would it be about embracing your inner magic, navigating hidden truths,
Yeah.
or maybe even like a warning against underestimating seemingly harmless older ladies?
Oh, I like that.
I mean, come on, there's so many possibilities.
There are so many.
So listeners,
Yeah.
we want to hear from you.
Tell us.
Head over to our social media
Yes?
and share your Agatha-inspired tarot card ideas.
I can't wait to see them.
What would the card be called? What imagery would it feature?
Yeah.
And most importantly, what would it mean?
That's the most important part.
We can't wait to see what you come up with.
This has been such a fascinating deep dive.
It has.
And it really proves that sometimes the most unexpected sources can spark the most insightful conversations.
They can.
Even a simple product description can unlock a world of possibilities.
Absolutely. It's all about being curious
Yes.
and open to exploring those hidden depths.
Exactly.
So until next time,
Yeah.
keep those deep dives going.
Keep a dive in.
And remember,
Yeah.
it might just be Agatha all along.
It might be